depth control is pretty important. There's a number of ways to do that. Obviously, there's downriggers, which is pretty accurate. The next two are your banana weights and airline sinkers. They're nice, but however, you got to run a leader in between your flasher or dodger, and that creates issues. Mike and I are huge fans of lead core line. We use that all the time. But I'm really starting to like these Gibbs sliding sinkers, and we'll show you how to use them here in just a second. Wanted to go over these trolling weights. They're from Gibbs Tackle. It's a Canadian company, and they're sliding sinkers. Very handy because typically if you're using banana weights or inline trolling sinkers, you need to have some length of leader between your weight and your dodger or your flasher to make sure that they have the proper action. And so then you really have to worry about how long is your leader to your flasher, and then your leader between your flasher and the weight you're using, and then the length of your rod for netting purposes. And so these Gibbs sliding sinkers takes that whole thing out of the equation, because you literally can set them anywhere on the main line between the rod tip and your flasher or dodger at any length. And once a fish hits, they will actually slide down the line all the way down to your terminal tackle, and you don't really have to worry about how long your rod tip is, because you're going to go all the way down to your terminal tackle. And so these come in a range of weights from 1 ounce to 8 ounce. For trout fishing, I use the 1 to 2 ounces. This one here is a 1 ounce. It's clearly marked. What you'll see here is there's 2 bars that you put your line up underneath, and then the circle is a spring, and you just squeeze the line down in between those 2 things to hold it. And so if this was the fishing line, the rod tip end, what I'm going to do is I'm going to feed this through that first bar, feed it through the second bar, and what you'll see, it's now on the line, and it won't come free, so you don't have to worry about losing this weight when it comes off. And then I'm just going to say, let's say I'm going to take 2 foot between the front of my flasher, which is indicated by my thumb and forefinger, and where this weight is, I'm just going to pop that line right in there like so, and it's just trolling along, and when a fish hits, it'll really pop it free, and it'll slide all the way down to your terminal end. Again, these are great weights. You don't have to worry about your leader length. You don't have to tie your second leader, and they're very easy to use. If you go to Gibbs Fishing or Gibbs Tackle, look for their sliding weights. They also have a chart. That chart is from 1 ounce all the way through 8 ounce sinkers, and that is the number of feet behind the boat at 2 miles an hour. And what we found yesterday down at Mineral Lake is that chart is actually pretty accurate. And I'm running these Gibbs sliding sinkers. The nice part about it is you set them above your flasher and it gives it action. And you feed it through like that, and when a fish hits, that slides back down to your thing, so you don't have to worry about the length of your leader. 6 feet, I'm going to drop 2 feet every. Yeah.